Heavy fog filled the night sky over U.S. Cellular Field last evening, and so did moonshot home runs by Jose Bautista and Adam Dunn. But after that fog had cleared, it was the White Sox who won this slugfest with a 10-6 victory. And with the win, the Sox are now on a 3-game winning streak and look to extend it tonight against these Blue Jays. It's Game 2 next right here on Comcast Sportsnet. We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Alex Rios, Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn in the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Jose Bautista and the much injured Toronto Blue Jays. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you Game 2 of this 3-game series. In the opener last night, it was a long, arduous game filled with a lot of fog, but we came out on top 10-6. We scored 18 runs in the last 3 games, our offense has, and, of course, Adam Dunn's been a huge part.
If Adam Dunn hits the ball out of the ballpark, this team is going to do very well, as it has for the last 3 games, and gets 3 wins. And Dunn, against the left-hander Malone, goes deep. That's unusual, but it wasn't unusual last night that he hit R.A. Dickey, a titanic 3-run homer. So Adam Dunn is swinging the bat right now as well as you can swing it. And over the 3-game win streak, well, the batting average terrific, up close to 300. The 18 runs we talked about, the home runs, 6 of them, but the ERA, 267, highlighted by a bullpen that's giving up nothing. So things going pretty well.
Well, tonight we've got a guy out there who won 19 games twice with the Yankees, and at his request, he was released, and he's out there against us tonight.
During 2006-2007, nobody in baseball won more games than Shin-Ming Wong. And he's going to the mound tonight because the Yankees wouldn't bring him up. He had a drop-dead date where if he wasn't up in the major leagues, he could ask to be a free agent. He did, and he is. And now he's starting with Toronto, and this is a guy that, when he has a good sinker, he's very good. Unfortunately for him, after injuries, the sinker hasn't been sinking, and because of that, he's been hit hard. I look for more of the same tonight from our offense.
All right, for our guy, it'll be Jose Quintana, who beat these Blue Jays earlier. So sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. And by Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com.
Welcome back to beautiful U.S. Cellular Field on a great night for baseball. It's a little warmer. It's very muggy, which is great for pitchers and great for breaking balls. And the Toronto Blue Jays provide the opposition. Let's see how John Gibbons, their skipper, is going to line them up tonight. Melky Cabrera leading off. Jose Bautista, who hit 2 home runs last night, hitting in the 2 spot. Then it's Encarnacion. Mark DeRosa getting the nod at third. With Davis, Lind, Arancibia, Izturis, and Kawasaki rounding it out. The defense and how they'll line up behind Jose Quintana. Viciedo, Diaz, and Rios in the outfield with Connor Gillespie, Alexei Ramirez, Gordon Beckham, and Adam Dunn in the infield. Tyler Flowers gets a nod behind the plate. And our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Jose Quintana. Jose on for his 13th start. He's 3-2, the ERA just below 4. He's thrown the ball overall very well. As you can see, right or left-handers doesn't make any difference. He has allowed 9 home runs, which is not a whopping total for 70 innings, but something that he would just as soon cut down. The umpires for the game tonight: Ed Hickok's behind the plate. Jim Joyce, the crew chief, is at first. Corey Blazer is at second, and Jeff Nelson is at third. John Gibbons rejoining the team, being away for the graduation of one of his children. His second stint as a Blue Jays manager. And the head-to-head matchup with these two teams show that Toronto can hit. Their record, not that much. Batting average a bit better, runs per game certainly better, home runs they're more, but the ERA, which is a big stat, as you can see, the Blue Jays pitching has not been good. So we're ready for baseball. I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Stevie. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for Game 2 of this 3-game set. And Game 6 of this 7-game homestand. We split the first 4 with Oakland. And the first pitch of the ball game to Melky Cabrera, taken for a strike. Cabrera comes in hitting at .286, 3 homers. He's driven in 23. 3 for 5 last night. Just off the plate. Blue Jays come in hitting at .251 as a club with a 4.44 ERA. Toronto 11-19 on the road, 16-17 at home.
Got to be careful with Melky from the right side, especially if you miss inside, because this is his power side, despite the fact that as a right-hand hitter, he's only hitting .197.
And, oh, nice pick by Gillespie. Mercy. Whew. Has he been throwing some leather or what?
We're certainly getting used to seeing plays like this out of Connor Gillespie. Ranging to his left, he stays right with the hop, and he's able to gun him down at first base. So Gillespie, who's had a magnificent season defensively, he's made just 2 errors in this, his 55th game.
Well, you can see how low he stayed in good position. If he comes up at all, he's probably not going to be able to make that play. He stayed down, kept his glove there, and poof. Here's Bautista. A 2-run homer last night and a 3-run homer last night. Takes the strike.
One of the reasons why Bautista is hitting second, and we wondered about that, was that Alex Anthopoulos, their general manager, feels that the best hitter in your lineup should hit second. And this is a guy that will make this offense go if he gets hot. We didn't see him in that first series in Toronto, but he's back and making a difference.
I like Alex. I'd like for him to give me a definitive reason on why he thinks the best hitter in his lineup should hit second.
A great advocate of sabermetrics.
Getting ready to say numbers come in there someplace.
Yeah, they do. And so they put him in the 2 spot. And there he is.
Well, he did good last night. Well, I like Alex. He's done a good job. There's no question. He can't be charged with all these injuries that they've had. But I totally disagree with your best hitter hitting second. And I guess there he gone. 2 down. And I guess for 130-something years, other people disagree with him as well.
The best hitter is usually your 3rd hitter. But that curveball catches the outside corner. And it's a good one. The main thing with this Toronto team is they got to get Jose Reyes back, because that was one of the big acquisitions. And we saw him before the game today running the bases, and he looked pretty good.
Well, there you go again. You take away from your second place hitter when you got a guy like Reyes leading off, because there are more responsibilities in the 2-hole than any other spot in that lineup. You have to be willing to take a strike, sometimes 2, not be afraid to hit with 2 strikes on you.
Now, hitting down in the count with a base stealer is a prerequisite for the 2-hitter. Also, it's hitting behind the runner.
Sure.
But you don't want Bautista to do that. He's too powerful.
And also, besides that, there is the ball hit towards the end of the bat by Incarnacion. Nice inning. But besides that, usually the manager makes out the lineup. But after half inning of play, it's Blue Jays nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
And Rios with Paulie the DH. Dunn, Dicieto, Gillespie, Beckham, and Tyler Flowers rounded out the defense, and now they'll line up behind Wong. Cabrera, Davis, and Bautista left to right, with DeRosa, Kawasaki, Torres, and Lynn. JP Arancibia behind the plate, and Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Shin-Ming Wong. That's in AAA, ERA 2.33. The troubling stat, if there is one, only 25 strikeouts in 58 innings. And that sinker has to be effective for him to be effective. And if it's not, he's going to have some big problems.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. He's a big guy, 6'4". And back in 06 and 07, he had one hellacious sinker.
Well, you go 19-6 and 19-7 respectively, and you're getting the job done, especially on the big stage in New York with the Yankees.
There's a 3-hopper. Kawasaki will make that play, 1 out. And with 1 out, we'd like to send out a big White Sox birthday shout to Madge Waters from Utah, who turns 93 years young today. Madge is in town for a few days visiting family, and we understand she is watching the game tonight. So, Madge, happy 93rd, honey, and many more. Here is Alexei. Ball hit hard. Stay fair. It won't.
This should be a pretty good matchup for Ramirez. Number one, Wong doesn't throw hard enough to get the ball inside on him. And two, he keeps the ball down. And Alexei does like the ball down. So let's see if he has a pretty good night.
That ball lined right at Bautista. And with 2 out, let's check out our Farmers Insurance picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and the crew. They went with Alex. He's going with Piazza. And let's see. Christine O'Reilly. Lena Myers, Laura Gleason, Kevin Coe, Joanna Aguirre, Louise Reynolds, Stacy Shalopoulos, Tiffany Demas. We're going to go with Connor Gillespie, who's already made a heck of a play. Alex takes ball 1. Strike 1. And here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Sox come in hitting at 239 as a club with a 3.79 ERA. That's off the end of the bat, and it's going to be a souvenir.
Wong's last 2 major league teams were in the National League. Washington Nationals in 11 and 12 combined 6-6 in 2 years. Very much injury-plagued seasons for him. He's trying to fight his way back and stay in the major leagues.
Deep in the hole, Kawasaki right over the top in time, and that's the 1-2-3 inning for Wong after 1 no score. McDonald House Charities of Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. And first of all, welcome, Doug.
Thank you very much, Hawk. It's great to be here.
And you guys do a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a great mission, take care of some families during tough times, and we're real proud of how we help.
Yeah, you guys, any one time in the 4 around here, about 140, 150 families?
140 families every night.
Wow.
Kids are in the hospital, and allows the family to stay together.
Here is DeRosa, Mark DeRosa, 38-year-old veteran. Well, I guess the White Sox and Ronald McDonald House have formed a partnership of some sorts, haven't they?
Yes, Mr. Reinsdorf and the whole White Sox family. Today we dedicated the White Sox family field on top of our house downtown, 16 floors up. And it sort of replicates the fundamentals deck. So it's really a great place for the families.
And Jerry Reinsdorf, along with Chris Sale and Jesse Crane, were on hand.
Yeah, and even Gavin Floyd stopped by with his arm all in a cast.
And that's what it looks like. It is an exact replica of the fundamentals deck.
Yeah, and there's Southpaw, huh?
My wife is very much into something similar to that down in Orlando, the Hubbard House, which I'm sure you're familiar with them.
I am. Very fine organization.
Yeah, she goes there every Tuesday, and they cook for a lot of people, and the same thing holds true. I visited a couple of Ronald McDonald houses, and then Michael had a tournament, the golf tournament he used to have out at Dove's Dread, and always a big turnout for that.
It was great. That was probably the Michael Jordan tournament when he was involved, and it's great. But you bring up a good point. We have lunch and dinner for the families every night. Volunteer groups come in and cook, and it allows them to focus on their child.
Besides the canisters in all of the restaurants where you can donate directly.
Alexi bobbles it. Came up on him a little bit, but there'll be an arrow.
Assuming you do want to make a donation to what I believe is just a wonderful charitable organization that takes care of some families in really their hour of need, how do you go about doing that?
I think the easiest way is simply to go to our website, ronaldhousechicago.org, ronaldhousechicago.org, and it's easy there. In fact, we're running a Father's Day thing now, so if you'd like to make a donation in honor of someone special in your life, we'd love it. That's little Augie from Downers Grove, who had the first home run at the field today.
That's great.
Here's Rajay Davis. Well, you also get a lot of donations from restaurants and things of that nature who send food over, don't you?
That's correct. We have some great restaurants downtown. Hotels have helped us with, because it's 86 rooms, so it's like a small hotel.
And there is caught by Beckham. Yes. Big play right there by Gordon, or else big trouble brewing.
Gordon times this perfectly, and just at the apex of that little looper, he lays out and makes the play. Now, Rajay Davis has always hit Quintana well, but this time, the great glove of Gordon Beckham right there to steal a base hit.
Great to have him back, huh?
Indeed.
Oh, boy, is it ever. So here's Adam Lynn. Well, Doug, anything else that you'd like to impart?
No, we're just very grateful for Mr. Reinsdorf and the entire Sox family for helping our families. We saw some families up there this afternoon just playing a little ball on the deck, running the bases.
And there is some of the people who were there. Jesse.
Yeah.
And Chris.
Yeah. The players couldn't have been more helpful.
Well, you couldn't have got two nicer kids either. Those are two nice young men right there. Doug Porter, thank you very much for stopping by, buddy, and hopefully we'll have a long relationship.
Thank you, Hawk, and thank you, Steve, for your time.
Thank you, Doug.
Doug Porter, CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. And hitting at .335, 6 homers. He's driven in 18. He was 1 for 5 last night.
Lately, he's been probably the hottest hitter in all of baseball. And I say lately, it's lasted a long time. It's close to 6 weeks now where he's hit most everything in sight. But from left-handers especially, he will fall victim to face-high fastballs and a lot of breaking balls soft away.
That ball hit deep into left center field. Tank's not going to be able to get there. One hop into. That's a break for us so far. Saves us a run for the time being. But Ducks on the pond, 1 out. Ground rule double.
That fastball was on the outer third, and it was around belt high. Then crushes his ball, and the break was that it didn't hit the wall because it undoubtedly would have scored DeRosa.
So he is hitting 14 out of the last 15 games. And here's Arancibia at 218. 12 homers and 30 knocked in. Now that play by Beckham even bigger.
Arancibia's got pretty big power. You can see pretty good power numbers, but with the on-base percentage of 238 and the batting average of 218, he doesn't figure to walk very often.
Watch out. Ball gets away.
And we'll have to see how that's scored. That was a waist-high pitch to the left of Tyler Flowers. And it is a pass ball. He's looking for the ball inside. He just misses it. So this one certainly was gift wrapped.
The error, and then the pass ball. And Lynn on third. Two and one to count there in Arancibia, who was just 3 for his last 37. That evens it.
Book on Arancibia is face-high fastballs up and out of the zone. And because he does swing at most everything, he probably will go down on strikes. Fenced 72 times this year, walking only 5 in 220 at bats.
That breaking pitch fouled away. Here's Torres on deck. This is the 6th meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 5, Sox have won 3 of them. Made a pretty good pass at that one just underneath it. And a nice snap by one of the fans.
This one probably not quite as high as Jose would have wanted it. Right idea, but about 4 inches higher, and it's a strikeout. That was a good stop by Tyler. Curveball in the dirt, and he keeps it right in front of him.
Payoff pitch. Yes, he did. He gone. 2 down.
Second strikeout. This one up and on the inner portion, and Arancibia cannot check his swing.
So here's his Torres. He was 2 for 5 last night. Switch hitter. Hitting at 208.
Maizar Torres has been a much better hitter from the right side this year.
To 0 the count. He has faced Quintana 3 times and he's 0 for 3.
There's the disparity. All the power, such as it is, coming as a left-hand hitter.
3-0.
And it looks like with the lefty Kawasaki in the on-deck circle that, at least at this point, it's looked like a pitch around.
Kawasaki is 2 for 2 off of it. There's a strike. Usually pitchers remember things like that, but sometimes they don't. And there's a base hit, so it's a 2-0 game.
Seventh run batted in this year for his tourists. So ahead in the count. Jose tries to heat him upstairs, and it doesn't work.
Muniori Kawasaki, 30-year-old shortstop, hitting at .216, 2 for 4 last night. As I mentioned, 2 for 2 off Quintana.
His tour is not one of the better runners on this team. He's tried 2 stolen bases, and he's 0 for 2.
To another count. And Quintana working at a very, very slow pace. One of the more animated players in the American League, Kawasaki.
During the course of Jose's career against Toronto, he's been pretty good. The victim this inning, however, of a couple of unearned runs.
We have already given up too many this year. Way too many. Last year we gave up the fewest in all of baseball. That breaking ball chops that one foul.
Outfield very shallow. Viciedo toward the line and left. Diaza playing shallow in left center field with a huge gap in right center, down the line and right.
Two out and the 2-2 pitch. Slaps it down to Gillespie. Now looks to second, goes to first. But a couple of unearned runs, couple of gift runs right there. The error and the pass ball. Then we trail it 2-0.
Game brought to you by Miller Lite. Great seats are still available for the 2013 season. Prices have been greatly reduced for all the games, and the schedule's full of great matchup, promotional nights, and post-game fireworks. Tickets for all remaining Monday through Saturday games start as low as $7, and Sundays start at only $5. Purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME.
Canerico, Dunn, and Viciedo to face Wong, Chin-Min Wong. Takes outside. And there's a strike.
Rajai Davis in center field just took 2 steps to his left, meaning he was trying to close the gap in right center. Paul's always had good luck against Wong, and Wong figures to try to stay away, but they're playing Paul as dead pull hitter in the infield.
Close, and it goes Paulie's way. Born in Tainan City, Taiwan. And that ball hit into right field. Bautista's there, right at the edge of the track, and that's out number 1.
You can sometimes pick up a tip if you're a hitter by watching the shortstop and watching the center fielder and how they're going to set up. And in this case, Wong, the entire at bat, tried to stay away. That time got a little too much of the plate. Ball hit it hard, but Bautista, pretty decent outfielder for a guy who's a converted third baseman.
Most center fielders, well, let me rephrase this. There are a lot of center fielders who know the signs and who can read them from center field.
Those are the guys with really good eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to play center field, and I could see the signs. And it gives you just a... And what it does, too, besides that, is it keeps you into the ball game in case you're not swinging the bat that well. Because there's 2 sides to baseball. There's the offense and the defense. And the best example we can give you is Beckham. When he's not swinging the bat well, he still throws 11. So he separates the 2. But the biggest thing is staying in the ball game. And if you're 0 for 4, 0 for 12, and not swinging that bat very well, you got to find a way to get a good jump in the outfield. And the way you do that is anticipate. You watch the catcher, and if you can't see the signs, then that's when you really watch the catcher. If you can't see them, then you don't need to. That ball high and deep, stretch. Bautista back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Number 17. And the beat goes on.
.38 driven in for the big man, and a sinker ball pitcher and a dead low ball hitter turns into a towering home run. We talked about Wong's sinker not sinking. That ball was thigh high, exactly where Adam would have ordered it if he asked him to throw one in his wheelhouse, and he drove it out.
It's a 2-1 ball game as Tank takes ball 1. Oh, wow. That could have been very harmful. It was a rocket right between the legs, the wickets of Wong.
That fastball down and out away from Viciedo, and he rifles it right back. Chin-Min Wong, he can't get the glove down fast enough.
It's a good thing he couldn't, because it may have got him on the wrist, and if it did, he had broken.
Well, this is a big outing for him, only in that the Blue Jays promised him one start. This is it. So he has to show them that he can get it done and make it happen, or he probably will be let go.
Gillespie takes ball one. Well, that's I've never heard of that. Sign a guy with under the stipulation, hey, we'll give you one start and that's it.
Well, doesn't mean they can't extend it, but that's what they told him.
Wow. You told him, you said it.
He's
a little pressure on him.
Little pressure in this one, yeah.
I've never heard of that, ever. They got to get him.
Wasn't well read by Viciedo because that ball didn't trickle away very much at all, and Arancibia makes a good play. He locates it. Now he's got him by plenty.
So 2 out.
That was a good stop and an even better throw.
And the count 3-0 with Beckham on deck. And a very generous call right there.
Menard's pitch tracks will show you one that is a bit out of the zone.
And there's a foul. So a full count with 2 down, 1 in. Here in the bottom of the second, we trail at 2-1. 2 unearned runs if you're just tuning in the top of the second. Pretty good pitch there, though. Meanwhile, a home run by Dunn. We trail it by 1. Raised over $40 million for Prostate Cancer Research. Michael Milken, welcome, buddy.
Thank you. And that shot by Dunn was worth $20,000 tonight.
Yeah, explain, tell our fans out there just exactly what's going on.
Well, this is our 18th year. And 18 years ago, Jerry Reinsdorf had this idea of coming out to the ball game.
And knocks it down, picks it up, and guns him out.
And take your dad out to the ball game, remind him to get checked for prostate cancer, and the thrill of the home run that people would pledge money around the country for home runs hit during these games. And every game between tonight, starting the 11th through the 16th, 84 games, counts, and people have pledged money. And tonight we have some special pledges just for the White Sox, which give us $20,000 for that home run. And we've raised, as you've said, $40 million from home runs that have been hit.
Well, as that's fouled over, you have done such a wonderful job, along with Tommy Lasorda, who was a great ambassador for prostate cancer research as well. And
we've had our, before he became your manager, traveled with us Robin Ventura, maybe the greatest college baseball player of all time. He's on the all-time team, and even a better number is the death rate has dropped by 50% from projected levels since we started. So hundreds of thousands of men are alive today.
And because, Michael, 1 of 6 men are going to be affected by this, it's so easy to go get screened. Maybe the easiest thing that you'll ever do, and yet if left unchecked, this, as you said, can be fatal.
It can, but the death rate has dropped from 2 things. 1, the enormous awareness from yourself and Major League Baseball, and 2, better treatment. 6 new drugs have been approved with the money we've raised. And today, even if you're diagnosed with advanced cancer, your chances of a normal life have increased dramatically. When you consider that I was diagnosed 20 years ago and given 12 to 18 months to live, I'm obviously the happiest guy in the ballpark to see you guys every year. You can imagine. And it's not just me, whether it's Joe Torre or Dusty Baker or Frank Robinson or others in baseball, living normal, healthy lives. And it's a testimony to our research. But it all started with awareness, the ballpark getting tested. And next year, there'll be a urine test out, far more active than the blood test. And not only will it tell you whether you have prostate cancer, it will tell you what type of prostate cancer you have.
And all that takes money to develop that.
Yes, and that was the investment. And for the $40 million, we ended up getting matches of 20 to 1. So that $40 million turned into $800 million. And we're hoping in the next 3 or 4 years I'll just come and visit you in the booth, and we will have eliminated prostate cancer as a cause of death.
Well, here's the number 2 that's really scary. That more than 2 million American men and their families are currently living with prostate cancer.
It is, but the outlook is so positive. And next year with this urine test, we'll be able to tell, as I mentioned, what type of prostate cancer. And for 6 or 7 types, you don't have to do anything. So once we know you have that type, it doesn't go anywhere. No surgery, no radiation, no therapy at all.
As that pitch has popped up, so a nice inning here for Quintana. Well, Michael Milken, it is always a pleasure to see you so much. You have done so much, and all of baseball is so indebted to you.
I just want to thank Jerry Reinsdorf and the organization, and what a beautiful ballpark. Everyone in Chicago should be here. It's just a pleasure. And thank you, and it's good to see Steve, you looking so young, and Hawk, you looking so young.
Well, get your eyes checked, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you.
Michael Milken, what a guy. What a guy. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Both those runs are unearned for the Blue Jays. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for us. Of course, that was a home run by Adam Dunn, his 17th. So here's Beckham. He'll be followed by Flowers, and then back to the top of the order with Piazza. You know, raising money is difficult enough, and especially in today's culture. But somebody has to go out there and do it, and Michael Milken and his crew have done an unbelievable job. $800 million with the matching donors they have.
Well, they travel all over the country. And not only getting donations and having that donation come from every home run, but when he was talking about the matching totals from various corporations, I mean, these are the guys that go and convince these corporations that this is a wonderful thing to invest in. So when you take a look at the enormity of this and the fact that there is phenomenal rates of cure now with prostate cancer where there wasn't 20 years ago, it really is somewhat miraculous.
Well, you've got to get it checked. There's no question. There's first pitch strike to Tyler Flowers, hitting at .214, 6 homers, 16 knocked in. I know in the last couple of years I've lost a couple of buddies in a hurry to prostate cancer. There's the 0-1. And we have a guy down in Orlando who does a tremendous amount of good for the awareness of prostate cancer, and that's Arnold Palmer. Arnold had it and was successful in his surgery. There's a shot foul. Well, nearly 30,000 American men are going to die in 2013 from prostate cancer. And yet, as he said, the prospects for those who do have it now are so much better than they were last year or the year before or the year before that. The 1-2 pitch.
That sweeping breaking ball away from Flowers. They're going to get a big lift, but it's going to take about 3 weeks. Brandon Morrow, one of their starting pitchers and one of the mainstays in their rotation, about 3 weeks away from coming back. He's a young man with a great arm.
And there's a base hit. So the 1-out single. And that'll bring up Piazza. Alejandro grounded out to short.
Wong got this one up a little higher than he would have liked. It cut the middle of the plate. And Tyler takes it through the right side.
Outfielder spread out. Rajay Davis, a couple of steps over towards Melky Cabrera. Strike. Had a lot of the plate. Almost down the middle. Decent lead by Tyler. And that is caught by Lynn, who goes back to get the lead man. So 2 down.
Pretty good play by Lynn, as he went up about as high as he could go up, taking a double away from Piazza, and then able to make a good solid throw to second. Flat-footed throw by Kawasaki, and they can't get him on the return.
And that's one reason you'd prefer to have a left-handed first baseman.
He didn't have to make that move where he had to get the angle. He already had the angle.
So here's Alexei. He lined out to Bautista. Takes first pitch strike. Watch out. Got him. Our base running, at best, has been bad.
Locos Tacos from Taco Bell. Live Mas. Jinming Wong had a very good move to first base. And Diaza, as you can see, leaning towards second. He's got him out easily.
So here's DeRosa. He reached on an error and scored in the second inning. Takes a breaking ball strike. Well, the most precious is a team. The most precious thing a team has is its 27 outs. Each one is individual and precious. And we have given up an inordinate amount of our 27 outs this year to bad base running.
Well, it's been bad base running in a lot of different areas, not just getting adventuresome and picked off. Many times been breaking early, well before the pitcher delivers the ball, and you're cut down that way. Sometimes, if you're an aggressive base running team, you'll get thrown out trying to stretch a particular hit.
But I don't mind those.
No, overall, this has not been a good year base run.
That's because you're aggressive on the base paths did not mean that's bad. He gone. But when you make mistakes like we have made, that's what's bad. Getting picked off probably is the least of the evils that we have seen.
That's true. Time now for the Avis Super Slow-Mo replay. And it came courtesy of Gordon Beckham. And it was Rajai Davis in the second inning, hitting for a base hit, which he just got.
So here's Lynn. He had a ground rule double into left center field, right over the State Farm sign.
Davis 9 out of 10 in stolen bases, has a huge lead at first base, just inviting a throw over.
You got to get the hitter. And he falls behind 2-0.
Adam Lynn last year had a most unusual year. He was at A-ball for a game in AAA at Las Vegas. They sent him down from Toronto where he hit .255 and nothing really worked well for him. But that stint in the minor leagues seemed to certainly allow him to rededicate himself because he's been great this year.
And there's another base hit. Davis is going to make the turn, going to third. One out, runners at the corners.
Time now for a Head and Shoulders, the whiff, pitch-by-pitch sequence of J.P. Arancibia. First breaking ball misses. Then the pass ball. Threw a fastball right by him. A foul. Good curveball fouled off. Fouled that high fastball off. Looked at one in the dirt before finally getting him with an inside fastball. Took 8 pitches, but it produced the whiff.
Blocked nicely.
That one a very good stop by Tyler Flowers, going to his left. Davis saw it all the way. He's not going, but he also kept Lynn at first base, which sets up the double play.
One and one to count.
In the last shot, you saw Luis Rivera, the third base coach, talking with Rajay Davis. I'll be telling him what most third base coaches tell the base runner down there: make the line drive go through. He's also reminding him of the arm strength of the 3 outfielders.
And that's top foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's got 2 to work with here to possibly punch him out. He gone. 2 down.
Certainly helps to know that you've got a catcher up there in Arancibia that swings at everything. And that ball is way out of the zone. A good changeup. He showed it to him earlier in the count and wiped him out with the second one.
That'll bring up Meiser Torres, an RBI single in the second inning. And there's a little pop-up. Alexei's got him. And Rajay Davis going back to tag up. So anyway, that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing 2-1.
Whether you're a longtime fan or just coming aboard, CSN will get you ready for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final with Blackhawks Fever. Presented by CLR, the ultimate Stanley Cup preview for Chicago sports fans. Tonight at 11, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Lot of Hawks fans around, wearing the colors, and hoping for a quick one against the Bruins, but it's likely to be a tough one.
Here's Alexei. Takes first pitch strike. Alexei was at the plate when Diaza was picked off. He's 0 for 1. He lined out to right field.
Some pretty good pitching by Quintana to get himself out of that fourth inning and keep the score at 2-1.
Out and around that one. DeRosa. So 1 down, and it'll bring up Alex Rios. And a reminder, the White Sox and Athletico Physical Therapy both understand the importance of injury prevention in players and fans' daily activities. So visit athletico.com/blog for injury prevention tips. Athletico Physical Therapy, the official physical therapy provider of the White Sox. Athletico, better for everybody. Alex grounded out to Kawasaki at short. There's a solid single right back through the middle. Alex now extends his hitting streak to 7.
He tried to throw that ball on the outside corner, but as you can see, this ball tailed right back over the middle of the plate. And you've got a bona fide base stealing threat. Now, Aaron Seavey has made one good throw to second base. But normally, he's not the toughest to steal on.
Here's Paulie. Paulie went out deep to right, taking Bautista back on the edge of the track. There he goes. From his knees, no. Number 9 for Alex.
One hop throw as Alex gets a very good jump. And close play at second. Even though the ball got there first, his leg got there ahead of the tag.
Make that his 10th stolen base. Now pick him up, Paulie. That ball hit hard. Bautista back on the edge of the track again. That's a hang Wolfham right there.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay, and it came courtesy of Adam Dunn. The one and only run scored tonight was another towering home run, as the big man now has 17.
And also, he is the leading home run hitter in prostate cancer fundraising.
$20,000 that represented. Hit another one.
I don't know when the book was published, but he had 17 then, so he's got at least, I'm sure it wasn't published yesterday, so he's got at least 3 more. He's got at least 20. Not a big shift. There's Turris. Just a couple of steps back on the grass. But he's got some room. 2-1 to count. Bautista on deck. Hits are even to 4-piece, but they have 2 unearned runs coming in the second inning.
With only 1 strikeout and no walks, Wong has kept the pitches to a minimum.
And the count 3-1.
Bautista on deck. It looks like Wong is being exceedingly careful with the hottest home run hitter on our ball club by far.
And there is first walk of the ball game. That'll bring up Tanks. He just absolutely scalded one right between the legs of Wong. A little bit higher and it could have been bad. Bottom of the 4th in Kansas City, 1-0 Detroit. And there's a base hit. That'll tie this game up. So big man is now going to make the turn. Going to third, and nice going Tank.
Bautista drives in run number 15. And he gets a fastball that's thigh high. And for a sinker baller, that is too high. As instead of the ground ball, they turn into line drives. Runner still at the corners. Good base running by Adam Dunn. Davis, by far the weakest arm in their outfield. And Dunn never hesitated, just took third.
Here's Gillespie. Struck out his first trip. Oh, 1 to count.
Looked like he did swing at this ball out of the zone. And he went around a little too far. He appealed to Jeff Nelson. He said he swung.
Ball gets away, but not far enough.
And Seavey got crossed up that time. He went out there and wanted to remind Wong of their set of signs. He's looking for a fastball away, it seems, because he reacted like a very surprised catcher.
Short lead by Bautista. That ball hit deep. Stretch! Stretch! He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes! 3-run blast by Gillespie. And the Sox lead it 5-2.
Fourth home run of the year. Our fourth home run replay, and this ball is up a lot higher than Wong would have wanted it, but in a perfect spot for Connor Gillespie. So he rides it out of the ballpark on a warm night where the ball is very lively. It's the first lead of the game.
And another $20,000 going to prostate cancer research. So Gordon grounded out to his counterpart, his Taurus. Count evens at 1. course, with those home runs by Dunn and Gillespie, the Alex Nellius family makes another generous donation to White Sox charities in loving memory of Ursula. Three and one to count. Flowers on deck. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for us. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for them. High strike called.
Top of the zone. Ed Hickox gives him the benefit of the doubt.
And that one too high. So the second walk issued by Wong. First one scored, and that was Adam Dunn a couple of hitters ago.
Pete Walker coming out. For Wong, it's been wild in the strike zone. Because in the days, and he had some glory days in 2006, 2007, wouldn't be unusual for him to get 18 ground balls in an outing for the Yankees. That's how good his sinker was. But these days, after all of the injuries, the sinker has lost a whole lot of sink.
So here's Tyler. He's single in the hole on the right side. Takes ball 1. And there's another single. Jordan's going to make the turn. Bautista with the throw. And they got him. Beautiful peg by Jose Bautista. But Sox put that crooked number up on the board. We'll go to the 5th, leading 5-2. In-game live only at csnchicago.com. Brought to you by Comcast Business Class.
Jose Bautista has one of the best arms in baseball. And Gordon Beckham decided to test him. Unfortunately, a rocket of a one-hop throw is right there. And as he came off the bag, DeRosa, who kept the tag on him, which is always a good thing to do, calls him out. It was Jeff Nelson on the call.
So here's Kawasaki. Fakes the bunt, takes the strike. Kawasaki grounded out to Gillespie. Curveball strike, 0-2. Five runs on 7 hits. They have 2 runs on 4 hits. We have 1 error, they have none. That 1 error. That's 2 unearned runs in the second inning for them. Error and the pass ball. And there's 1 out.
Well, the trades have started, and there's going to be a few more, obviously leading up to the trade deadline, but some teams acquiring players they wanted a little earlier. Cleveland got John McDonald as an insurance policy because Asdrubal Cabrera, their fine shortstop, is on the disabled list. So McDonald, a much traveled middle infielder, now resides with the Indians.
First pitch strike to Melky Cabrera, who's been robbed of 2 hits tonight. What a brilliant play by Gillespie, as that is fair ball right on the chalk. And here's the throw high.
Throws on the money. They've got him by plenty. I think Melky Cabrera underestimated the arm strength of Dayan Viciedo in left field. But for one of the few times, because he's had a very good year throwing, he airmails the play at second base. Cabrera thinks this is an automatic double. You can see the chalk kick up. Viciedo with an excellent chance to throw him out. Adam Dunn in the right place backing up.
And here's Bautista, a strikeout and a ground out to third. Two and 0 the count. Ground ball, that's fair. Long peg. 2 down.
Good pitch on 2-0. He's looking fastball all the way. He got the straight change. Nice call by Tyler Flowers. And good execution by Jose. To a good breaking ball off speed. And Bautista thinking anything but that. Grounds out easily.
Can ease up. Incarnacion is grounded to short. Popped up to third.
Encarnacion in his Cincinnati days hit with an exaggerated leg kick, a lot like Jose Bautista does now. But he's tempered that leg kick somewhat. Last year at 42 home runs.
That ball is way out of here. And it's a 5-4 ball game. Number 18.
.53 runs batted in. And Encarnacion, who got off to a relatively slow start, is starting to heat it up. Our Ford home run replay. And this curveball just comes up rolling. And Encarnacion, who has changed his style since coming to Toronto, hit the daylights out of that one.
Here's DeRosa. He's 0 for 2. He reached on the narrow and struck out.
Mark DeRosa was offered at least one, possibly more, television jobs over the offseason, but decided as long as he can still play, he'll keep that uniform on. He's a very smart young man. He's going to be a good broadcaster. But as long as you can play and you feel like playing, you should play.
Out and around that one. So 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 in here in the top of the 5th.
Jake Peavy on the disabled list. And there's Gavin Floyd. Gavin Floyd lost for the year. Jake lost for anywhere from a month to 6 weeks. And all he can do is let it heal naturally. A rib fracture.
He gone. But the long 2-run homer. We're halfway home. We lead at 5-4. Chuck, thank you very much. It's the top of the order here in the bottom of the 5th for our guys. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for us. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for them. One and 0 the count. Alejandro was 0 for 2. Grounded out 6-3 and then hit into a 3-6 fielder's choice. And the count 2-0. Bottom of the 5th, Kansas City 2-1 Detroit. Top of the 6th in Texas, 4-0 Cleveland. And to count 3-0 don't help him out.
The most hits since May 30th. Everett Cabrera, Matt Carpenter of St. Louis, but in the American League, the leader Alejandro Diaz with 19 of them.
And there's the dreaded leadoff walk. All right, boys, let's put some more points on the board. And let's check out our AT&T tweet copy here. It says send us your comments on tonight's game through Twitter using hashtag White Sox Talk. And we'll read one back later in the game, and it just might be yours.
Jeff Manto picked up something in the batting style of Diaz. He was getting out on the front foot, and that caused him to miss a lot of pitches he should be hitting. He kind of corrected that, trying to keep his weight back somewhat. It's really paid some dividends for him. Jeff is a good hitting coach. He was a good hitting coach last year, and equally good, but when your hitters don't hit, not much that any hitting coach can do.
Maxey fouls that one back. Alexei is lined hard to right, and he is grounded to third. And there's the base hit. So Diaz will pull up, and the first 2 men aboard.
Alejandro had to stop because this ball is right in his path. So no thought of going to third base as he makes sure the ball doesn't hit him. But a promising start to the 5th as Wong is wobbling.
Here's Alex. He started off that 4-run 4th with a 1-out single. Takes it right there. Nice gap out there in right center if he can find it.
There's the numbers so far for Shin-Ming Wong, and they're not pretty.
Drops the hook on him in the count 0-2 with Konerko on deck.
That was one of the few that Wong has thrown tonight. Pitch total, not a factor. Quality pitches, very much a factor.
And Sabia with a nice block. Kansas City is tied up Detroit at 2. Game in the top of the 6th inning.
The Kansas City ball club is starting to come alive. They've won 6 in a row heading into action tonight. Be a nice time to continue that streak for the KC boys.
That's off the end of the bat, popped up. Could be trouble. Could be a lot of trouble. Yes, it is a lot of trouble.
That was a long way to go for Kawasaki, and I don't think that Davis or Cabrera got any kind of read on this. Davis plays a very deep center field, but this ball's up for a long time, and as you can see, Davis stopped in his tracks, allowing Kawasaki to try to run it down, but he's got to run a long way as it hits off his glove.
So here's Paulie. Paulie has gone out deep to right twice. Once a fly ball and the other a line shot. Well, we're going to catch Kansas City on the next road trip. We got 4 in Houston, 3 in Minnesota, and 3 in Kansas City.
Time now for the AT&T U-verse Multiview. Gives you all the speed on the bases.
Well, he starts him off with a changeup. One and one the count. Diaz at third, Ramirez at second, Rios at first. And a big pitch coming up, the 1-1. So advantage goes to Wong.
That one was one of his better sinkers. Pitch was low and away with good movement. All was able to just hit the top of the baseball. See some late sink on that. And fortunately, he hasn't shown a whole lot of that tonight.
So a big out.
Off speed pitch. That's probably well out in front of it. That ball had all the appearances of a splitter. Couldn't see much spin on it, and it dove at the last instant.
Had that tumble on it.
Yep.
So here's Adam. He has homered, he has walked, he has scored twice. And there it was. Fouled back.
You got that thigh-high fastball. It was on the outer third. It's normally a pitch to drive to left center field. Rajay Davis about as deep as you can get in center. Cabrera and Bautista with the big arms in the outfield.
There's a shot caught, and they're going to double up Alexei. So another bad base running play. And we had the bases loaded, nobody out, and cannot score.
Some fireworks. Chris Sale gets a start for Chicago as they battle the Blue Jays on the south side. Don't miss White Sox Blue Jays tomorrow night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet.
It'll be Davis, Lynn, and Aaron Sebia. Sox lead at 5-4. I don't know how many times we've done that. Bases loaded, nobody out, come up empty. Then on second, third, nobody out, come up empty. Man on third, nobody out, come up empty. 1 out.
Let's take a look at why we came up empty. You have to know where your fielders are. And if Alexei knew where Kawasaki was, he goes right back to the bag. And Kawasaki's right behind him. This play is easy after that. And rule number 1 if you're a base runner, check your outfielders, check your infielders, and know where they are before the pitch.
Here's Lynn. He's a double and a run scored, and he's a single. So he's 2 for 2. Now hit 14 of the last 15 games. Got his average up to 344.
A whole lot of pitches so far. 2 1-2-3 innings, however, in the first and the third.
Two and one. Get foul. It will just foul. Thank you very much.
That's exactly what Lynn did last night, making things a little uncomfortable with an opposite field double in the 8th inning. But Jesse Crane was able to pitch his way out of it. And with Jeff Nelson on the line, this ball on the right side of the line, or left as you're looking at it.
Good hack right there by Adam Lynn with some good top hand. And once again a 2-2.
Just able to stay alive. This year, Lind has become the guy that the Blue Jays thought he was going to be all along. But it took a trip to the minor leagues and an abrupt wake-up call for him to rededicate himself.
Broken bat. 2 down. Well, I'm a firm believer. That every 2 years, every position player should have to spend 1 week in the minor leagues.
Well, they'll get a healthy appreciation of what it's like up here.
You better believe it. I'm a firm believer. I've talked that up, and obviously the players don't agree with it.
Not hardly.
But I'm a firm believer that every 2 years, there should be on a rotation basis. You send every guy's got to spend 1 week in the minor leagues. And on the other side of that page, it would certainly help the minor league as well, the attendance. Two out, 2-0 the count. Aaron Sebia has been to the plate twice and punched out twice.
Well, you've got to pretty much try to walk him, and first 2 pitches were way inside off the plate. Usually if it stays in the park, Arancibia is going to be swinging at it.
Three and one.
This guy's got some pretty big power. If you get one out away from him. Sixth walk of the year for J.P. Arancibia.
And a reminder, Friday, July 26th, come see our Sox take on Kansas City at 7:10, and all fans are invited to stay for a post-game fireworks show presented by Palmer House Hilton. Palmer House Hilton, the official Sox Fest hotel of our White Sox. So whitesox.com or 866-SOX-GAME. Is Torres 1 for 2 with a 2-out RBI single back in the second.
We won't see Toronto after the game tomorrow. And in about 10 days or so, they're going to get back Jose Reyes. For the game, they worked him out very hard. He was running from home to first. They were timing him. Then he was going from first to third. And he looks like he ran pretty well as long as he could run fairly straight ahead. But with that ankle problem, and I talked with Joe McEwing about it, he said he's got some trouble side to side, the moves he has to make as a shortstop. So now Don Cooper going to wend his way to the mound and settle down Jose Quintana. At the 105 pitch mark, Nate Jones gets up and starts to throw.
Well, no, if you've never had a dislocated ankle, when you're rehabbing and you start running again for the first time in a long time, you don't know how that cut's going to be on your ankle.
No. And that's what McEwen was saying. First of all, he said, take a look at that guy. He's going 70% to first base. And it was faster than just about everybody we have going 100%. But, you know, playing shortstop every day, completely different world.
Well, sure it is in real game time. I still got screws and staples in my ankle. And when you first get out there and you're going to run the bases and you're going to make that cut at first base, you don't know if it's going to pop out. You don't know if it's going to fall off or what. There's a strike. Robin, he knows what it's like. He had the same type injury, except I broke my leg as well. One hopper. Had time to set a little bit. Made a bad throw. That'll be an error.
Well, I think he overestimated the speed of his Taurus. There was a time when Miser was pretty fast, but those days are gone. It does go as an error, just the third of the year, the off-balance throw. And Adam can't come up with it.
So the inning should be over. And here's Kawasaki, who was grounded to third and grounded back to the pitcher. Connor picks up his third error.
And our Sox have 41. Errors for the year. Toronto has 43. Both teams near the bottom defensively in the American League.
If you'd have told me coming out of spring training we're going to be at the bottom, I'd have said stack it up. Because there's a little nubber. And he pitches out it. Pitches right out of it. So we'll go to the bottom of the sixth. It's a 5-4 White Sox lead. game card. A game card containing a promotional code worth an additional 5% discount on your home electricity rate from Constellation and Exelon Company. So, WhiteSox.com or 866-SOX-GAME. 20,700. As here is Tank. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Breaking ball, no.
It's that curveball that Wong broke out last inning. That'll help him if he gets it close to the zone.
Here's Turris. 1 out. So here's Gillespie. He's 1 for 2. He struck out in the second. Then in the fourth, he'll show you what he did after the pitch. Fouls that one off. A couple of guys on, and here it is. Poof.
It's the difference in the game is he got a high sinker and it sunk out of the yard. 4 and 14 on the power numbers.
That was his first homer since May 1st down in Texas. One and one to count. Kansas City, Detroit still tied at 2, top of the 7th inning.
It's Wade Davis against Max Scherzer.
Change up. 2 down. And that'll bring up Beckham. Gordon has grounded to second. And he has walked.
There was an example of Lind not wanting to take it himself. But rule of thumb for the first baseman, if you don't have to make a throw, don't make it. He had plenty of time to run to the bag, but Wong was there. He flipped it to him.
First pitch strike. You got 90% of the first baseman. They won't. They'll flip it to the pitcher rather than take it themselves when they have the opportunity. 90%. 0-2.
It's hard to understand because, especially with knowing who's running up the line, in this case, Gillespie doesn't have much speed, and you risk something going wrong.
The ball hit right at Melky Cabrera. So hang with them. Meanwhile, we'll go to the 7th. It is still a 1-run White Sox lead. A $400 airline ticket with the U.S. Bank Flex Perks Travel Rewards Visa Signature Card. Wow. Apply today at any U.S. Bank branch.
I don't think Robin's going to be too patient with Quintana here with the top of the order. And the bullpen up and going.
Top of the order, Cabrera, Bautista, Encarnacion. Melky Cabrera, 1 for 3, a double and a run scored. Breaking ball. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here he comes. So not a bad job at all by Jose Quintana, giving up 2 unearned runs in the second inning, throwing that 2-run homer that bombed to Encarnacion in the 5th. So the young man continues to pitch well. As everybody going to give him a little pat, he's going to get a nice round of applause.
And as Nate Jones comes in, Jose Quintana walks out. And we'll step out and be back after these messages.
And all fans are invited to stay for a post-game fireworks show presented by Great Clips. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
And our Honda call to the pen is Nate Jones. And with the 2 right-handed bangers coming up back-to-back, Jones comes into the game. On for the 26th time. He's 2-4, including a win last night. ERA 5.34, but it's been going down lately. He's got to look at Bautista and Encarnacion.
Yep, that's when that bullpen coach, in this case Bobby Thigpen, who's been there and done that, tries to get these guys mentally ready. As the count 2-0. Bautista 0 for 3. A strikeout. Twice he has gone out to Gillespie at third. And he is 1 for 2 against Nate Jones. And there's ball 3.
2 sliders missed, and then he tried to rear back and get everything he had on a fastball and missed way wide. So this guy, along with Encarnacion and Lind, all have the 3-0 green light.
Three and 1.
We told you last few appearances have been good, and they've been real good.
Checks it up and fouls it off. So a full count to Jose Bautista. 2 for 4 last night with a 2-run homer and a 3-run homer.
Tyler thinks he can get a slider over. It's a great pitch here. But they're going with the outside fastball.
He gone.
Well, we get a break there because that one is way up and out of the zone. And he swung through it.
So here's Encarnacion. Grounded out to short, popped up to third, and hit a long 2-run homer. And if you miss that home run in the fifth, poof.
You got a rolling breaking ball and hit it a mile.
That one at 99. Mark LaRosa on deck. And the count 3-1. So a full count. Edwin Encarnacion.
Got to keep your eye on him at first base. He doesn't run often, but he is 3 for 3 in stolen bases.
So DeRosa has reached on an error that led to a 2-run second. Both those runs were unearned on the error and a pass ball. And he has struck out twice. Yes, he did.
That was a very good stop by Tyler Flowers because that ball was a tough ball to corral. And that would have been the tying run at second base if he let this one get by. This slider steered right into the ground. And Tyler doesn't try to catch it. He does shift and take it high off the chest protector where it rolls right in front.
And Aaron Crow just struck out Torrey Hunter with the bases loaded. Top of the 7th. Game tied at 2. And that breaking ball. So 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Mark Parent going through his set of signs to Tyler Flowers.
Yes, he gone. 7th inning stretch. We lead at 5-4. We're into the bottom of the 7th inning. 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for our guys. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for their guys. Tyler Flowers and back to the top of the order with Piazza. Jim Wong throws ball 1. Fowler's 2 for 2. Base hit in the hole on the right side, and a little flare over the head of the second baseman is Torres. So 2 pitches, 1 out. Fans, you've known for years that StubHub is a great place to find the seats you want to see our Sox play live. So now they've added StubHub Fan Rewards, so you can earn a little extra with your tickets like seat upgrades. So head to StubHub and get your White Sox tickets today. Piazza 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked to lead off that 5th inning. We had the bases loaded, nobody out, and could not score. Again. Start us off right here, Alejandro. He will. That is past Glenn down into the corner, so he will pull into second with his 13th two-bagger.
Adam Lind off the line, and Piazza gets one inside. No chance at all for Lind. And that's a huge insurance run out at second base.
And here's Alexei. He's 1 for 3, had a single in the 5th inning. And even with the bag off the line, well off the line at first, the outfield. There's a huge gap out there in right center. There's a rolling curveball for a strike.
First time tonight, it looks like the Toronto pen is busy.
Lays off that breaking ball.
Brett Cecil, southpaw, loosening up in the pen.
Bautista a little short out there in right field, where he plays normally. 4 or 5 steps in front of the normal depth of most right fielders. And that's foul. Got that change up. Rios on deck. And there's a souvenir right side. Pick him up, Alexa. Now Bautista in even closer. Davis deep out there in center. Two down.
He didn't break that slow curveball out till a little later in the game. And despite the fact that he's hung a few pitches, that one at 81 cuts down Ramirez.
Rios is 2 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored. There's a chopper 2-hopper. Kawasaki right over the top in time. So we get a 1-out double by Diaz. I can't do anything with it. And we'll go to the 8th, leading by 1. Top of the 8th inning, it'll be Davis, Lind, and Aaron Sebia. Schedule hitters to face Nate Jones. Davis is 1 for 3. Had a little soft single in the left field back in the 4th inning. Baker plans to be with us tomorrow night. Finale of this 3-game set in this homestand. Chris Sale against Esmil Rogers in that game right here on Comcast Sportsnet. There's a good strike. Count evens at 1.
Rogers only making his 3rd start of the year. Started the year in the bullpen. Had 23 bullpen appearances before injuries necessitated that he move into the rotation.
Just pokes that one into right field. So good speed and the leadoff man aboard.
Will very well be, and that is going to be, that Matt Thornton's going to come in because, number one, Lynn's a strong left-hand hitter that Thornton has gotten out throughout his career, but also you try to negate the base running of Davis. So Nate Jones will exit. Matt Thornton will come in, and we'll step out and be back after these messages.
And receive the White Sox Wire email newsletter along with exclusive ticket offers, video sneak peeks, breaking news alerts, and more. So visit whitesox.com/blacklist.
Our Honda call to the pen is Matt Thornton. Thornton at 0-2, the ERA a little above 3.5 on for the 30th time. He inherits a tying run at first base. And that's the speedster, Rajay Davis. And Davis is here, 9 out of 10 in the stolen base department. He was on in the 4th. He didn't go. And that's when Quintana threw very well to get out of a dangerous inning by striking out Aaron Sebia and getting a pop-up out of his Torres. With 2 on and only 1 out. And there you see the numbers against Matt Thornton lifetime. Thornton struck him out on a good sharp breaking ball last night.
And he's got a good lead at first. Looking for it, got it. Couldn't do anything with it. And the count 0-2.
Normally a pretty good pitch to run. What a lead he's got at first.
And there's his first base hit off Matt. Line drive into left field. So now 2 on, nobody outs.
0-2 pitch and a fastball with well too much of the plate.
And here is Aaron Sebia, 0 for 2, a couple strikeouts and a base on balls. There he goes.
And Tyler Flowers, with Thornton not looking back at second, wisely decided not even to throw. He had no chance to get him. You got to take 2 looks, especially when you know their best base runner is standing at second. Stolen base number 10.
Big hack, and the count evens at 1.
Well, Tyler goes out there to have a word with Matt.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Through this hard-breaking slider out of the zone. Nice stop by Tyler Flowers.
Too much time in his call. Runners at the corners and nobody out in a 5-4 Sox lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Close, didn't get it. Full count.
You try to heat him up inside. Just barely off the plate.
Payoff pitch. He gone. 1 out.
Aaron Sebia really helped out Thornton in this entire at bat. You see each and every pitch out of the strike zone. In the meantime, he's a strikeout victim for the 3rd time.
So here's Meiser's Torres, who was 1 for 3, an RBI single with 2 out in the 2nd inning. He is just tuning in. They scored 2 unearned runs in the 2nd.
He's a very good handler of the bat and can have a safety squeeze if Gibbons chooses.
Well, right here, this Torres is just going to try to play pepper with the ball. Okay, take your time. Rack him out. Good job by Matt Thornton. Had him out in front on a breaking ball he took something off of. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still leading 5-4.
and it's our Miller moment. And what else? First and third, with the tying run at third, and the 6-4-3 double play to get out of the inning and keep the lead. Matt Thornton gets the job done, and it's our Miller moment.
So it'll be Pauly, Dunn, Viciato, Gillespie, and then Wong still out there. That ball hit right to Cabrera. That's another hang wolf'em for Pauly. Right now, let's check out our AT&T tweet of the game from at the real Drizzy 33. At the real Drizzy 33. Guys, what needs to change the most for our Sox to get to the top of the American League Central?
I would say the defense has got to tighten up, and certainly, as illustrated tonight, in a game that probably should be maybe 8 or 9-4, the base running has to improve drastically. If that happens, this team is capable of putting together a long stretch. In the meantime, Cecil is coming in, Wong is departing, and we'll step out and be back after these messages.
Ball everywhere you go. Available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. AtBat delivers White Sox baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, breaking news, and video. So download AtBat now on the Apple App Store, Google Play, Kindle App Store, BlackBerry World, or text AtBat to 31826.
And our Honda call to the pen is Brett Cecil. Cecil at 1-0, ERA of fine, 167, out for the 29th time. Last year he actually started 9 games. This year, no.
Right two. Kawasaki.
It looked to me like he was just about ready to run down Adam at first base himself.
He's animated. He's fun to watch. Muniori. Kawasaki.
Take a look what he does here as Adam tries to go to left field, and he takes about 5 steps. Guns it across.
There's Tank. Tank 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored.
Seven in the third for Wong. 5 runs on 10 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts.
Takes the strike.
Addison Reed has been a busy man. This is his 4th straight game.
Ball hit hard. And that's the hang wolf'em. Meanwhile, we'll go to the 9th. It'll be Kawasaki, Cabrera, and Bautista.
Cup final. Game 1. It's at 10:30. Tune in for Morning Skate Live, and at 5 we'll bring you Sports Talk Live from the United Center, followed by Blackhawks pregame live at 6. And postgame live after the game tomorrow. Make Comcast Sportsnet your Blackhawks headquarters for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. Addison Reed comes into this one at 2-0, the ERA .330. To 19 of 20 in save opportunities. And this a tough one with a 1-run lead and no margin for error.
So here's Kawasaki. He's 0 for 3. Down to third twice. He is going back to the pitcher. And first pitch, breaking ball, strike.
Jordan Danks takes over in center field, which slides Alejandro Diaz to left. This ball down and in. He decides to take a lap. Skids backwards, then takes a lap around Flowers and Ed Hickox. And he's back.
1-2 the count.
He's got his own distinct style.
Boy, he's got some energy. He's got some energy. And that's foul.
Not going to be able to get that ball between Adam Dunn and the line as he's playing right on that line.
I saw Kawasaki on an interview on MLB. And he couldn't shut him up.
That was the post game. Was that the post game where he took the pie in the face?
No. That's another one. No, he just, because there's a chopper. Get over there. And it's a big out. So 1 down. And here's Cabrera. He was 3 for 5 last night. He's 1 for 4 tonight and could be 3 for 4. Gillespie robbed him of a base hit, as did Beckham. Then he doubled in the 5th. Grounded to short in the 7th.
Tyler went out there to just remind Addison Reed exactly how they drew it up in the pregame meeting and how they go after Melky Cabrera.
Takes low ball 1.
For Addison, this is 4 games in a row.
They're a .323 lifetime hitter against us. And it has been a hard .323. Very harmful .323 to us. Had a good pass at it. Upset with himself. He didn't do something with that pitch. And the count 1-2.
He gets a fastball a little higher than he would like it. But Addison threw it just a touch lower than he wanted it.
Two and two the count with Bautista on deck. Tigers leading Kansas City 3-2, bottom of the eighth. There's a chopper, two hopper, and two out. Bautista has faced Addison one time and he has one hit. So 20,700. Most of them come to their feet. There's first pitch strike. Right there. Two out, no balls, two strikes.
Bautista's been swinging at face-high fastballs all night with no success.
Just off the plate. Good try. Good pitch by Addison.
Excellent 0-2 pitch. Trying to get an anxious Bautista to go after something out of the zone, but close enough to be tantalizing.
That is high, indeed. Get foul. Get foul. And this game is tied at 5. Made a mistake, and Bautista did not miss it.
Ford home run replay. And looks like he went to the slider instead of the high fastball, and he got it out away from Bautista, who took it out with room to spare.
You got to forget about it now, because here's another dangerous stick as he takes first pitch strike. A 2-run homer in the 5th. A 5-5 tie. Oh, a high slider. I love this game.
Lexi just wisely puts it in his pocket. He was able to corral it, but not much he could do with it. On pitch tracks, you'll see a hanging slider.
So here's Colby Rasmus to hit for DeRosa. Two out. 1-2 pitch.
And only the second blown save of the year for Addison Reed.
One and one to count for our guys. Scheduled hitters: Gillespie, Beckham, and Flowers. 1-2 the count. He gone. With the home run by Bautista, we'll go to the bottom of the ninth in this 5-5 tie.
Bonifacio checks in at second.
Connor Gillespie will lead it off. He's 1 for 3, a 3-run homer back in the 4th inning. But once again, a couple of unearned runs have really hurt us. Those 2 unearned runs coming back in the 2nd inning. Louis Gable. Or else this ball game would be over. So there's Turris on in on the grass. And there's first pitch strike. Beckham on deck. And count 0-2.
Ramon Troncoso going in the bullpen. He'll come into this assuming that this game is not won by them.
One down. There's Gordon. Gordon's 0 for 2 with a base on balls. Softly hit right side. Bonifacio 2 down. So it's up to Tyler, who is 2 for 3, a couple of singles. Takes first pitch strike. He did not go.
Outfield straightaway, very deep all the way around. And his tourist right on the line at third. And no double set.
Pretty good pitch by Cecil.
Perfect curveball. Blown away. Starts over the left-handed batter's box and shades off the outside corner.
That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3, and we're into the extra innings. Jerky all season long. Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side.
Into the game comes Ramon Troncoso. That's a AAA numbers, pretty good, and his one game up here in the big leagues, an inning, a hit, and a couple of strikeouts. He's going to face a couple of real tough hitters at the top, and with the speed of Davis, with the Troncoso to retire him.
This is our 11th extra inning game. In the first 10, we are 4-6. We've played 5 here at home, and we've won 2 of them. For the Blue Jays, this is their 10th extra inning game. In the first 9, they won 4 of them. And they have played 4 on the road and split them. So here's Davis. 2 for 4 with a stolen base. If he gets on, he's going to steal a note. Maybe 2.
Well, he's certainly going to try. The base he stole in the 8th inning was uncontested.
Do I know the count? And there's a strike. And there's a base hit.
Third single of the night for Davis as he gets a fastball, and it's right down the middle. So that represents a go-ahead run. And Davis gets huge leads at first base. And with Troncoso, very closed stance. Very difficult to get the ball over to first with a whole lot of quickness.
And here's Lynn. He's 3 for 4. Double, 2 singles.
Legs are way outside.
That time, for whatever reason, he had Davis going back toward first as he was delivering the ball.
There's a strike. So the count 1-1 to Adam Lynn.
The longer they wait to run with Davis, the more probable a double play becomes, as Lynn has grounded into 6 of them this year. That's about the biggest lead we've seen anybody take this season.
He's been a thorn in our behind ever since he's come into this league. He was with Oakland.
There he goes. Good throw.
Unless he holds on, he's got it. He doesn't hold on, and Davis in at second base. That's a huge play. Tyler Flowers does a very nice job. He gets the ball down there, and Alexi just misses it.
So big problems.
They're going with power hit.
Almost some big problems with the lights. And there is some lights out.
Now there. It would best just be apropos for another hour or 2 delay.
Delay?
Yeah. Two and 1 to count to Lynn. Jim Joyce, crew chief, now is going to go over.
Talk it over with John Gibbons.
I don't know what he's going to ask him.
As far as when it's going to get fixed. We've got some lights out. Vision looks pretty good.
But it is not quite as bright.
No, it's not. But it looks pretty good.
And as you can see right there, with Lynn stepping out, you see it darken up just a touch.
Joyce started to go down in the dugout.
Well, now it appears that they're back in same kind of brightness again. So whatever it was seemed to have cleared itself up, which is pretty good. Certainly could use something to disrupt the rhythm of Adam Lind, who has been very good tonight.
Rajai Davis with nobody out at second base. He's a .308 career hitter against us, Davis is, with 21 stolen bases in 40 games.
Ed Hickox asked Ramon if he wants a couple of pitches after a slight delay. He says, sure.
Lynn has been swinging the bat. Beckham is back way off the bag, and Alexei is going to be up to him to hold him close, but Lynn has been going to left field. His job right now, that's to protect against the steal, is to try to pull the ball to get him over. And too much time. That time was called by Tyler Flowers. Outfield there straight up. A little bit of a gap out there in right center. And that ball in right. Davis is going to tag. And he's going to get in there easily.
Well, Evan Lynn did his job. He pulled the ball when he had to.
There's Aaron Sebia. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and a walk. Now the infield in. And they lead at 6-5.
That is a wild pitch. And it cost the lead. And as good as Tyler's been, with the exception of the pass ball, that time he tried to backhand it again. Couldn't corral it.
To another count. Ball hit in the right field. And that's out number 2. Well, this is a game, if you're just tuning in, that we deserve to lose.
It has been a very poorly played game just about in every aspect of the game.
It has been base running. It has been defense. We gave them 2 unearned runs in the second inning. We had the bases loaded in the 5th with nobody out, could not score. It is a game that we certainly deserve to lose.
It'll be the top of the order in the bottom of the 10th inning. And the bats will have to come back.
Oh, and 2 the count to his Turris, who was 1 for 4 with an RBI.
That's their closer. Jansen this year with 12 saves and pinpoint control.
And there's a base hit. There's Kawasaki. Kawasaki is 0 for 4. He's grounded to third. Twice he has grounded back to the pitcher. And once he is grounded out to first. One and one to count. This is not one of those games that you want to put into a time capsule. Two and one. That's trouble. So they're going to wave him around. With a decent throw, they're going to get him easily. And he drops the ball.
He knocked it right out of Tyler Flowers' hands. He had it in plenty of time, and a relatively small guy took on a very big guy. And another run scores. Piazza gets to the ball quickly, gets it into Ramirez as he should. Ramirez gets to Flowers as he should. And Tyler has it knocked out.
So that'll be an error on Flowers. A double for Kawasaki, who is now on third. And it's a 7-5 ball game. This is hard to watch. They score a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. Yeah, Piazza, Ramirez, and Rios.
Raised by this organization. He's 1-0 ERA, 2 3/4. 12 of 13 in save opportunities. And with a 19-2 strikeout to walk ratio, he does get everything over the plate. So it'll be the top of the order, trying to get at least a pair.
And let's at least give him a finish.
After the way we played tonight, let's give these 20,700, what's left of them, a finish. Yaz's 1 for 3 tonight in lifetime against Jansen's 0 for 4. To the count.
Jansen is far from an overpowering pitcher. That being said, he does have almost pinpoint control.
Wow. Wow.
Well, 2 were in the zone. That one not being one of them.
Cox blows the 2-strike pitch. Takes the bat right out of Diaz's hand, and here's Alexei. Alexei's 2 for 5 lifetime against Jansen.
That was a perfect curveball in a perfect spot.
He did not go. Tigers have defeated Kansas City 3-2. Seven, 13-0 for them, 5-10, and a huge 3 for us. Get us a base hit right here, Alex. He's 2 for 4 with a run scored tonight. So we stay alive. And here comes Paulie. Paulie's going to take him right out of here. All he's due, he's 0 for 4, but he's hit 3 balls right on the button. There goes Alex. They're not holding him on, and there's ball 1.
Paul can keep it alive. We got Adam Dunn in the on-deck circle. And he homered earlier in the ball game.
Now Paulie's got the catbird seat. And there in Sebia, just have a little chit-chat with Jansen. Hey, we got a man sitting over here on deck that's been swinging a hot bat. Casey, why don't we try to get the guy at the plate up? And the count 3-0. And there's ball 4, and here comes Adam. He has faced Jensen one time. He has one hit, and it was a homer.
Going to see a pinch runner now for Ball. Casper Wells, representing the tying run, checks in at first base. Meeting at the mound, and what they went over against Adam Dunn. They're in a modified shift with Kawasaki on the outfield grass, but right behind Rios. Bonifacio deep at second.
First pitch strike, and Casper's got to get a little bigger lead over there.
These outfielders are as deep as you can get.
This is probably where they're supposed to be. Come on, Casper, get a little bigger lead over there, buddy. Pitch. This is a ball hit down that left field line. And you got Bautista way over in the right center. And the count 2-1. Adam homer in the second inning. Way outside, 3-1. Gordon Banks, the on-deck hitter. Two on, two out, the 3-1 pitch. Fires that one over into the Blue Jay dugout.
Now the big advantage is that Wells will be going with the pitch. So you think on any double, he would score easily from first base.
If he throws in anything, throws him a breaking ball, a little off speed down, it's going to be hard for Adam to hold up.
That was his fastball with a little cut motion on it. He kept it inside. He misses his spot. Arancibia wanted this one low and away, and Jansen got it low and in.
Once again, the payoff. And ground ball, and this ball game is over. So, Sox, one of the worst games we've played in a long time. And even in that 8-game, we didn't play a game this bad in that 8-game losing streak.
No, and that includes just about every aspect of the game. So although the bats looked good early, the defense, the base running, and a lot of other mistakes led to this defeat. And the 3-game winning streak is history.
And our GMC player of the game is Rajay Davis. He's been a thorn in our derriere for a long time. Rajay Davis, our GMC player of the game. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, and for the executive producer Jim Corno Jr., for the Mayor Mean Joe Groove, and for Mike Mayer, Frank D'Amato, Dennis Wood, Doug Bullard. This is a Hawk. So long, everybody. And coming up next, the Orland Park Nissan postgame show with Chuck and Bill. You've been watching Chicago White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet.